What's going on, y'all? Straight to the point, sports and entertainment. I want you to hit the like button. Make sure you sub to the channel if you're not a member, and also hit them notifications so that you're able to get all of my content. Basketball and boxing community. We're talking a little bit of football, and also we're going to be talking a little bit of hoops too as well. I want to give a shout out to all of my subs, both my new subs and of course my day ones too. Thank y'all for being in the building, Brown Sugar. I see you in here. We'll wait for a few more people and then we'll get rocking and rolling. Okay, hope everybody feeling all right. Got a lot to talk about. Um, we're gonna, we definitely gonna get on part two on what I was talking about earlier. For those of y'all that were in here, um, I appreciate y'all, supporting the movement and rocking with me. I appreciate again everybody that's been showing the content so much love. Okay, listen, man. I know they're gonna try to keep us down. They're gonna try to do everything that they can to stop the movement and everything, but we're not having that. Okay, we're gonna continue to push this. That's why I ask that you share these videos, get it out there, get the word out there, because there is a method to my madness. Okay, not just doing this just to be doing this or whatnot. There is a method to my madness. Okay, and then if y'all haven't figured it out by now, then what the hell is wrong with y'all? You must be slow. So again, like I said, man, I just appreciate everybody's support, and let's go ahead, just jump right into it. Okay, playback game. Now, uh, NFL defensive lineman, defensive tackle, who played for the Rams, uh, Aaron Donald has retired, and he he is calling it a career. Okay, uh, some people are actually putting him at GOAT status when you look at Aaron Donald's body of work over the course of his career. What's up with it, Ted? I see you in the building, bro. Aaron Donald, originally drafted in 2014 uh, at 13 from Pitt. Uh, Aaron Donald also he won the 2014 Rookie of the Year. Uh, he's also recorded at one point a record 111 sacks, which has yet to be broken. Okay, um, he's a 10-time Pro Bowler. The only other person that was able to do that was Barry Sanders, making the Pro Bowl each and every one of his seasons. I want to say LT did too as well. Not sure about that either. I think he made it 10 seasons as well, to my knowledge. Um, and he also has three Defensive Player of the Year awards, and he's tied with only J.J. Watt and Lawrence Taylor uh, to be the recipient of that award three times. Uh, and on top of that, he is a Super Bowl champion too, as well, to put the icing on the cake. Okay, as you know, they were able to uh, win the Super Bowl as well. Uh, Aaron Donald, man, he is in the GOAT status category in terms of defensive tackle. Just a unblemished record. Like I said, he's made the Pro Bowl 10 consecutive seasons, and on top of that, he has a Defensive Player of the Year award three times, which is phenomenal. And on top of that, he was always you could always depend on him. Yeah, he might have had a little knick-knack. You saw, you said Donald greater than Sapp. Yep, that's definitely a debate. And look, I'm a Warren Sapp fan, but uh, man, Donald was their guy. But they do have the equivalent amount of championship. But Sapp wasn't able to get a 3 Defensive Player of the Year award, and plus he doesn't have a record as far as 111. So you definitely have a debate there. Uh, Randall, hey, that might be another one too as well. Exactly. So like I said, man, uh, it's it's time, And listen, 10 years in the NFL is a long time. I know some people don't think that that's a long time. Now in the NBA, looking at it now, when you look at guys like LeBron and some of these other players that play for a long time, if you compare it to the NBA, well, yeah, of course it's going to be, short. But when we're talking about the game of football, 10 years in the league is a long time. Hell, 5 years in the league is a long time, especially when you consider the amount of pounding, especially back in the era like in the 80s and 70s and the 90s, stuff like that. 5 to 6 years was a long time to be playing. 10 years, solid career. I don't know what he's gonna do after he's done with the game of football, but what I will say this, man, um, he's always been a guy, man, a good, upstanding guy. Does he have that dog in him? Yeah, he does have that dog in him. You have to have that dog in you if you do play that type of position. Any type of defensive position that you do play, yet alone football as a whole, you do have to have some sort of nasty in you, as the great Herm Edwards would say. But shout out to Aaron Donald. He was always one of my personal favorites. I just wanted to wait to talk about this because um, I didn't want to just put it in my community section or anything like that. I got to give him a salute, because like I said, I do like the defensive side of the football, and I give respect to everybody that plays it. Um, Now another thing that we got to talk about is Michael Irvin. Okay, Michael Irvin. Hold on one second, y'all. Okay, I apologize about that. If y'all hear the train, man, forgive me, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the train. Um, okay, like Michael Irvin, man, he came out and he was on First Take this morning, and he had a lot to say as it pertained to Bronny James and him possibly entering his name in the draft. Okay, now uh, Michael Irvin, I don't think I've heard his take on this before, but I agree with him 100%. And if you don't know what Michael Irvin said this morning on Undisputed, Michael Irvin had pretty much said, and I think I might have said First Take. If I said First Take, I'm sorry, man. I meant to say Undisputed. But Michael Irvin pretty much has said that, okay, you have a guy. Sorry about that, Ted, man. I know I said first take. I meant to say Undisputed. But Michael Irvin is pretty much saying the same thing that I had said, okay? And what he said is that when you grow up and you're the son of a superstar like a LeBron James, uh, it's a great thing, because everybody wants to meet, LeBron James and stuff, and you happen to be the son of an all time great and everything. But then when you get older and you become an adult and you happen to play in the NBA or play a professional sport, then everybody that's in there, pretty much is a grown man, and it's a grown man league, and they're not going to look at things the way that they did when you were younger or when you were a kid or anything like that, because they want to try to gain every type of competitive advantage, and they're going to use that to you. So basically, if he's playing, he alluded to the fact about, or well, I think Skip Bayless has said this fact too. He was talking about the time when Patrick Beverly, was waiting for a guy like Lonzo Ball to come to the league because of the way that LeVar Ball, uh, or Lonzo Ball rather, LeVar Ball had pretty much hyped his son up to the max, making players very, resent that. And a lot of players were, waiting for a guy like a Lonzo Ball to show up so that they could go ahead and wreak havoc on this dude. And Michael Irvin felt the same way that I felt. It's kind of unfair to Bronny, because Bronny, like everybody else has been saying, Bronny didn't ask for none of this smoke. You know, we're not even sure if Bronny truly, inside of his mind, really wants to play in the NBA, or yet alone basketball for that matter, because he could be just doing it just to make his father happy, and that's the wrong thing to do. Um, Bronny only averaged 4.8 points per game for the season, and when you look at that, that's not really being NBA ready. I've already said that before. We know that. I don't need to get into the particulars why, but I like how Michael Irvin had broke down the science of the competitiveness and the nastiness of some of these guys. A lot. He brought up the fact about a guy like Derrick Brooks, right? Derrick Brooks, does not like LeBron James. He's had words with LeBron James. He's constantly, antagonizing LeBron James, doing everything that he can to get up under his skin. Okay, we all know the battles. Well, he brought up a great example. he Derrick Brooks is not going to care if you're the son of LeBron James. What he's going to do is he's going to gain a competitive advantage, and he's going to use that against you to try to get the win. Okay, and it's like what Doc Rivers has said. He said, in this league, they don't care what you have going on. They don't care if you're sick. They don't care if in this matter, he didn't say this, but if you're the son of an all-time great, but I'm pretty sure he would say the same thing. But basically what I'm saying is that these guys don't care about that. As long as they get the dub, that's all that matters. Now, of course, the majority of those guys don't want to see anybody get hurt or nothing like that. But in terms of winning, man, they don't care if you're the son of LeBron James. They could care less. As a matter of fact, they want to truly show you that everything is earned in this league. And it's not just, oh, okay, you're just given this spot, or grandfathered in just because you're the son of LeBron James. So uh like I said, man, I agree with Michael Irvin. I'm glad that he spoke on it. He, more than anybody, would have experience, and the experience enough to tell a guy like Bronny James to stay in school, because Michael Irvin, although he didn't play basketball in the NBA at the NBA level, he was an NFL player. He was one of the best to do it, and he's a Hall of Famer, and he knows that type of environment, and he knows what to say to guys to get up under their skin and everything. And he said something about a man's mentality is a man's reality, and that is so true. That is so true. So shout out to Michael Irvin for definitely dropping those gems on Bronny. You know, yeah, that's man, that's fact. I haven't heard somebody say that in a long time. I remember one of my uncles used to say that all the time. A man's reality is a man's um, a man's mentality is a man's reality. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and if you're not careful, it could end up being your fatality. But that's a whole nother